Hello, everybody. I'm Zion Smith. Today's presentation is about the definition of a feminine woman. At the time of this recording, it is August 11th, and I know I have a schedule for October 3rd, but that's because I have presentations that's premiere on YouTube. Earlier this day, I watched a video on YouTube about what a feminine woman should be. And how is a feminine woman defined? It motivated me to create this presentation. So, this presentation should be fun. And to all the ladies out there, this is for you. What are some personality traits of a feminine woman? According to soundgirls.org, a feminine woman is meant to be dependent, submissive, passive, emotional, talkative, gentle, sensitive, kind, tactful, nurturing, and compassionate. I agree with all 11 of these terms. Why? It's because that's what I want in a woman. I want me a woman who is dependent, who I could depend on emotional support when I need it the most, or a woman who is dependent when I feel like I'm not motivated enough. A feminine woman is very compassionate. That term is similar to being gentle and sensitive because a feminine woman cares about people's feelings. A feminine woman is very sensitive to how people feel and how people think about that woman. A feminine woman is emotional. She gets emotional easily. A feminine woman is also submissive and passive, meaning that it may be hard for the woman to say what's on her mind. This can lead to her becoming indirect. A feminine woman is also nurturing and talkative as well. Being talkative, there's nothing wrong with that. Why you think a lot of women is talkative? Because they love to talk about themselves and they love to talk about their personality traits and what they do on a daily basis. And as for the nurturing term, why you think a lot of women is doctors and nurses? Or why you think a lot of women is lawyers? Because they love to talk and they love to take care of people. In my eyes, this meaning, this quote, is true femininity. So I done some research to look into the deep meaning of how a woman should be feminine. And I came across this useful website. According to timesofIndia.indiatimes.com, femininity to a woman is a feeling that comes from within, a happiness, a confidence that spreads warmth to her heart, brings a sparkle to her eyes, a secret beginning, I cannot say that word. That word is tricky. I'm gonna skip it. Smile to her lips. When she feels most feminine, there's lightness in her step and spirit, and she is attractive to all around. The sparkle of her eyes, the sensitive feel of her own skin, and the gentle tender of her mood define the essence of a woman's femininity. This definition of how a woman should be feminine, it couldn't be any more true. I agree with this 100%. I also came across another website. I forgot the name of the website. But there are different types of femininity. The first being repulsive or recessive, if I'm saying it correctly. Traditional femininity, meaning that traditional female traits, physical, psychological, and behavioral use to differentiate women from men and define womanhood. Current. So I'm guessing that this is in the 21st century. I'm not sure. There are three types of femininity, which are hyperfemininity, responding to change by adopting exaggerated and extreme stereotypical traits by owning their bodies and celebrating a certain female look. Powerful femininity, responding to change by adopting traditionally masculine characteristics such as strength and competitiveness. Perfectionist femininity, responding to change by searching for perfection, seeking to embody the post-feminists ideal to excel at everything. And finally, emergent, unconstrained femininity, responding to change by positively reaffirming traditional female traits and championing characteristics that go beyond traditional gender boundaries. Now, if you ask me which femininity term I like the most, I would say powerful femininity and also unconstrained femininity as well. The reason why I like these two terms is because I like a woman. Personally, for me, I like me a woman who is confident in herself, Uh, I like a woman who is humorous and has a sense of humor. And I can be able to joke around with and be competitive with as well if it ever gets to that point, which can lead to uh, let's move on. uh, and also like me a woman who is traditional in a way, meaning that a woman who is kind, soft spoken, compassionate, gentle, uh, sometimes indecisive. Believe it or not, being indecisive when you are a woman is actually good because it's easier for the man to lead by example. And I consider myself a leader, so I love to lead by example and take charge. If a woman allows me to do that, it's gonna turn me on and it's gonna make me feel good about myself. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So yeah, the powerful femininity and the unconstrained femininity are my personal favorites. My final thoughts. I'm 20 years old. I was born in April 20th, 2002. I almost forgot my birthday. Yeah, I need some tea. But in all seriousness, uh, I was born in April 20th, 2002. I'm 20 years old. I feel like my generation is fucked up. Lord forgive me for my language. And to everyone who's watching this presentation, excuse me for my language. But I do feel like that because some modern women in my generation has it twisted. Uh, some modern women perceive a man differently, and they want a man to be this or to have this or to have that. And sometimes that can be unrealistic and impossible. And then on the other hand, you have some modern women in my generation who's running around trying to be independent and trying to have equality to be just like a man. You have modern women nowadays who wants to be masculine and who wants the same qualities a man has, and they want to be able to be the breadwinner and take charge all the time. Uh, some modern women in my generation are easily influenced. This can be good and this can be bad, but most of the times, in my opinion, it's bad. It's bad because you have hip hop music nowadays that is so indestructive, and it leads to people going down the wrong path. And modern women in my generation nowadays listen to I don't even want to name the type of music that is being listened to, but yeah. So, yeah, those are my final thoughts. Uh, it's my opinion. Do I believe is there some feminine women out there? Absolutely, I do. But it's rare to find one because women nowadays wants to be independent. And it's hard to find a woman who wants. Excuse me. It's hard to find a woman who is dependent. Yeah, those are my final thoughts. I'm Zion Smith. Always and forever.